Hello, everybody. How are we doing this evening? So, I'm sure most of you all by now have heard that Mike Tomlin has stepped down in Pittsburgh as the head football coach. And I've got a few thoughts on that. Wanted to share with you guys. So, first off, I should start by saying the guy has had one incredible career. 19 years in Pittsburgh, all winning seasons, or all 500 or above seasons, 13 playoff appearances, 8 and 12 in the playoffs, which is where some of the issues come in, and 0 and 7 in his last 7 playoff games, which is where Steelers fans have been extremely frustrated lately, feeling as though they're not going anywhere. And I understand that. So, but from his perspective, or at least I'll try to get inside of his mind as much as I can. I felt like he kind of knew that this might be his last year before the season started. I mean, why else would you go out and get a 41-year-old Aaron Rodgers as your quarterback, and you really have no clear plan as to who's your next quarterback going to be after Aaron Rodgers is done this year? I mean, you had to assume he would be done this year at least. Best case scenario, he makes it to next year. But like I said, it always seemed like it was a one-year plan. So that really kind of leads me to believe that Tomlin was thinking, like, this could be it for me. And then, a month or two ago, you hear the Fire Tomlin chants throughout the stadium. And I think that probably clenched in his mind, unless I make a deep playoff run, I need to remove myself from this situation. And it sucks because he's been so successful for them, but everything, just like the John Harbaugh firing, everything has its time, and the only thing we can be certain of is change is coming. So this was the big change today. Tomlin's stepping down. So what does that mean for him next? I don't know. He'd be amazing in the TV role. He pretty much talks in sound bites and I just love the way he communicates, as most people do. Very upfront, no BS guy. So no matter what, I think he'll be successful in whatever he chooses. If he wants to coach, I think he'd be successful in doing that too. Sometimes you just need that fresh start. Gotta mix it up, keep things from going stale in your life. So I understand it from that perspective too. And from the Steelers side, I know you guys hated the high floor, low ceiling every single year, but I can assure you it could be a lot worse. I know it's annoying to have basically the same results and seemingly no chance at a Super Bowl, but there's a lot of franchises that would kill to be in your position. So just remember that. And your next hire might not be a Mike Tomlin. Odds are very high that it's not going to be as successful as Mike Tomlin was. You could bottom out. You could go 4-13. Pick a quarterback real high in the draft and think he's your savior, and then you find out after 2, maybe 3 years that, oh, this guy ain't it either, and you're 4-13 again. And it could just get into an ugly cycle of that. Odds are it won't. The leadership in the building has been very strong throughout the franchise's history. So you hope it doesn't come to that, but you have to be prepared when you move on from a legend that this could end badly. However, like, once more, I don't know if he would be your best option to pursue Super Bowl number 7 at this point, because you're never going to bottom out with Tomlin. He's too good. He's always going to keep you competitive just enough to be a 500 team or get into the playoffs and get absolutely worked like they did last night. So I just like the Harbaugh thing, this was time. It makes sense. It's unfortunate because, like I said, they were so successful, and you hate to see that relationship has to terminate, or you feel like it has to terminate, because it's just going to be the same thing over and over and over. But I mean, one hell of a career still. There's not 10 better coaches in the NFL currently, and his resume speaks for itself. So I will be very interested to see where he goes next, and I will be very interested to see who the Steelers pursue as their head coach. Will they stay on the defensive side of the ball? I mean, they've been doing that for 50 plus years. They've had a lot of success, but as we all know, the game has pivoted to offensive rules. And are you gonna make an uncomfortable decision and pivot? Because a lot of your fans probably are just so used to the defensive culture, but I feel like a lot of your fans do want that pivot. So maybe it is time. But anyway, I just wanted to share those thoughts with you guys. Hopefully you are having a great Tuesday, and we will talk to you soon. Peace.